Hi guys. Today we are going to be going on to the next chapter, chapter 2. So in our chapter 1, we remember Stella it ended at her at the dinner table, right, with her mom and her brother eating spaghetti, and that's how it ended. So right now in the second chapter, we're going to see she was kind of anxious of school. She did mention I think a new student too. So we'll see what goes on in the next following pages and the next following chapters to see what actually happened or how she feels like. Okay. So we're going to start chapter 2, and this is the cover. So it says chapter 2. It has some stars. It also has some cards right here, right? Like if they're playing cards. And then it looks like that's Stella from the cover. And who do we think that is? Maybe her mom and her brother? Maybe those two we haven't read it yet, right? But maybe it's them too, right? What else in the other, if there's any other pictures, let's see. So then that one's a pretty short one, but there's more stars in this one. Right, here is another one. So we'll see what keeps going on in the following chapters. So let's start chapter 2. And chapter 2 reads, "We eat until my stomach is as round as an albondiga. Then we move to the living room to play cards. Mom puts on salsa music and we always end up dancing around the room. That's different from chips and salsa. It's a dance where you sometimes do a dip, but mostly you shake your hips and twirl around. It's really fun. During one of Mom's favorite songs, she says, "Ay, mi favorito," and then pulls me out of my chair. I wouldn't even dream of dancing at school, but with Mom, it's so fun. "Stella, we used to dance to this song when we lived in Mexico City," she says as she spins me around. "How? My family is from Mexico, but we moved to Chicago when I was a baby. I can't picture a baby dancing. I don't even know if any babies who dance, or they can barely even walk." So she's like, "How did I dance when I was that young?" "Well, technically I rocked you in my arms, but I danced enough for the two of us." Mom picks me up for a second like I'm a baby, and it makes me laugh. Then she tries to pick up Nick, but he groans, "Mom," as he brushes his hair back. So he goes like this, right? He's like, "Mom, like, don't touch me." And then he says, as he brushes his hair back, I notice the smallest smirk on his right cheek. Lately, Nick is acting like he is too old to play with us, but I know he secretly still likes being silly. The smirk always gives it away, so he'll be like, "No, I don't want to dance," but then he like has like a little smile. So then that's how she says that she knows that he still still likes playing around with them. After many rounds of cards and salsa dancing, I head up to my room. Before bed, I feed my betta fish. "Next week, I'm going to learn everything about you and your relatives, Pancho," I say. Then I crawl into bed and stare at him swimming. I love Pancho, but I'm really glad I'm not a betta fish. I couldn't be in a tank all by myself without my family. I giggle. Nick would look funny as a talking fish. As I close my eyes, I start picturing the new student and my future friend. I hope she speaks Spanish, I say as I drift off to sleep. So we're going to move on to the third chapter, since that one was pretty short. Monday morning, Nick walks me to my school before he heads over to Arlington Heights Middle School. Because remember, her brother is in 8th grade and she's in 3rd. He's about to say his usual bye sis when Jenny runs over. She has a huge smile and she twists around. I see why she's so happy. She has a new backpack and it has glitter, sparkles, and a cat. It's very Jenny. "Like it?" she asks. "Yes," I say. "Thanks. I wanted to get one that looks like Anna's." "Who?" I ask. "Anna. She's in my class. She has the best taste." Jenny grins, so she smiles. Nick rolls his eyes. Girls. He does not like sparkles. Then he rubs my head and takes off as Jenny and I walk into our school. So here you can see it is Stella, right? And then here is Jenny with her backpack, right? And then she has like the cats that she said she had on there. "I almost forgot," Jenny says. "I have Alicia candy for you. My mom went to the Vietnamese market." She opens her backpack to give me the candy. I lick my lips. Jenny's family's from Vietnam. But unlike me, Jenny was born here in Chicago. "Yum," I say, popping a piece in my mouth. Jenny nods and looks into her classroom. "Oh, I see Anna. I have to show her my new backpack. See you at lunch, Stella." The backpack that looks like Anna's bounces as Jenny runs into the room. From where I am standing, I can see Jenny talking to Anna, but only the back of Anna's head. So she's like kind of like peeking in the classroom, right? So she sees Anna's back of her head. Right? Who is this Anna? I think to myself. I sigh and look down at the best friend bracelet Jenny gave me over the summer. It suddenly looks smaller than usual, especially compared to a backpack. I'm glad Jenny isn't lonely in her class, but she and I are the ones who are supposed to match. If there's a rule book to being best friends, I'm sure rules on matching would be on the top 10, easily. It's just part of being best friends. Luckily, I start feeling better as soon as I get to my room and see Miss Bell standing in front of the whiteboard. She's wearing polka dots again. They are my favorite, she told us on the first day of class, which made me happy. Polka dots are my favorite too. So if you guys see, she's wearing polka dots here, right? And then her other pictures too, she was also wearing polka dots. So do you guys have a favorite design? So hers is polka dots. See? I know I like a lot of like animal print or like flowers, right? But she likes polka dots. And you can wear it like in your shirts. And then she says, I sit down in my assigned seat as Miss Bell carefully starts to write our agenda for the day on the board. It's perfect cursive writing. She squiggles. So if you guys can see here, her cursive writing, right? It is pretty nice. And I know it's backwards, but again, just so you guys can kind of see an image. 1, library visit. 2, sustained reading. 3, lunch. 4, story time. 5, science. And that's it, right? So she says, I copy it down in my spiral notebook. Then I add a 6th item to my schedule and draw a smiley face. Make a new friend. Today is going to be a good day. So here's her notebook. So here she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then she put 6. Make a new friend, and she put a smiley face. So that's her. That's how she wrote it down in her agenda, right? Because who's going to be her new friend? Who does she believe is going to? How is she going to make a new friend, or why does she want to make a new friend? Miss Bell, are you going to read from Help, I'm a Prisoner in the Library again today after lunch? Asked Chris Pollard. He's one of the loudest kids in our class, and he is best friends with Ben Shaw, the class clown. Seems only appropriate since visiting the library this morning doesn't it? She says as she pushes her glasses up the bridge of her nose. Hearing that makes me feel happy. Even though we can't all read really well, Miss Bell reads out loud to us a little bit every day during story time. So kind of how we would do in class and I'm doing now. So she kind of does the same thing. It's just one chapter, but it's like watching a play. I close my eyes, remembering how Miss Bell does all these great voices for all of the characters. Suddenly, the bell rings. I open my eyes, because remember she's closing them, imagine, so she opens her eyes. The classroom is full, except for one empty seat where the new kid, aka my new friend, will sit. I bet she will have the best taste, even better than Anna's. So see, here is her empty desk, and she knows it's going to be for her new friend. And she says that she'll have a good taste, even better than Anna's. Why do you think she's comparing her new friend to Anna's? And remember, Anna is that person that her best friend Jenny was talking to. Why do you guys think that she's comparing the new person to Anna?